It is sugaring season. These trees are like made for this. Does that sap taste good, Daisy? Well, maybe I'll bring them in and start cooking those today. We'll see what the rest of the season brings. I am out here because it is sugaring season, which means I need to tap these maple trees. Today it's about 40 degrees, which compared to what we've had is really warm, and the sun's shining nice and beautiful out, and all this week is supposed to be above freezing during the day, below freezing at night, which is ideal temperatures for tapping and sugaring. I'm tempted to let Magnolia join me over here. Hear her crying? Anyway, so I'm going to be tapping these two great big red maples here, and then I got a couple of sugar maples back behind the goat barn. They're definitely harder to get to back there, but we've tapped them before. We'll do it again. Back behind the goat shed of these sugar maples, and you can look here. You can see the sap is already full and it actually just dripped on me. So this one should be going good. And there was one tap that immediately started dripping out on the red maples before I could even get the spile in. So there goes more drips. So these ones should start flowing soon. These sugar maples seriously run so much better than the red maples. So if you have sugar maples, tap those first. Unfortunately, my biggest trees are the red maples, which they still work, they still taste good, but they don't run nearly as well as the sugar maples. These trees are like made for this. Wondering if I need to get a couple more spiles. This is my last one that I have, but I'm wondering if I need to get a couple more because there are two more small sugar maples down that way. These trees, I think, are big enough for 2 taps maybe. I've only ever done 1 each on them, but those ones down there definitely would only be 1. So, I don't know. I'll mull it over. Daisy, did you find my sap bucket? You just knocked that tube out, didn't you? Yeah, she's licking the bark, getting the sap off, I think. Oh, Daisy. Apparently I should have tapped that on the other side where you couldn't reach it. Crazy Daisy. Orn or goat. Yeah, I'll have to go put that back in.
My mom just milked her. She's still eating her food. She tapped those trees and she tapped one all the way over there. I'll get closer. That one and that one. She's over there giving the chickens food, and I'm going to go help her out by letting the chickens out. This is where they are.
There you go. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We got goats. We got goats. Here, hook that up. Hook that up. Take the goats out.
Yeah, the goats are... Whoa! Escaped.
My goodness, it's 46 degrees out. I almost don't really need this coat on at all. I was just out here checking on these taps here. Some of them are doing quite well. One of them isn't flowing at all. I don't know if the tap is just not deep enough, if I didn't drill deep enough, or what. It's also on the shaded side of the tree, and the ones on the sunny side tend to do better. So I may move that one back to that third maple tree behind the goat pen, just to see if it does better there, because those sugar maples are really running. The rest of these are doing, some of them are doing okay, not great, but some of them are doing pretty well. Probably got close to a gallon in them, so we're gonna start cooking those down pretty soon. Yeah, I just checked on these taps over here behind the barn, and they're doing really well. Probably a little more than half full on those buckets. So, and of course these are 2-gallon buckets. So I'm thinking I probably have a good 5 gallons at least. So, I don't know, maybe I'll bring them in and start cooking those today. We'll see. Yeah, I just gotta get everything set up for that. Honestly, my concern this week, the forecast actually went up more, and we had such freezing, sub-freezing, really frigid weeks there for winter, and then all of a sudden it's definitely not freezing. It's very much above freezing, and even the evenings now are not forecasted to get below freezing for this week. So I'm slightly concerned about the sap in those lines with this warm sun. I really don't want anything to get moldy or for any of the flavors to go off because of the heat. So for that reason, I think I probably will go ahead and pull these just so they're not sitting in the warm sun. So yeah, I'll probably go ahead and cook those down, but we'll see what the rest of the season brings. Silly me, I got those smaller buckets for collecting the sap, but I didn't get any smaller ones for carrying, which was kind of the point of it. So I didn't have to carry so far as a heavy bucket, but oh well. That actually, with the smaller ones, worked really well to just grab them over the fence, dump it, and then I didn't have to hop the fence or climb through the woods or anything, so it worked out. Does that sap taste good, Daisy? That stupid goat. She keeps knocking this tub over. So I kind of barricaded it with concrete and put concrete on top so she couldn't knock it over. And now she took the hose off. And it's like just dripping all over the concrete and down, making a puddle on the ground. Seriously, Daisy, you are ruining my sap collection. I probably lost a good 1.5 gallons, 2 gallons because of her. I'm gonna have to like put more chicken wire here or something so she can't reach it. She's driving me crazy. Hello, how are you? Yeah, see? She's realized that the sap comes out of there and it tastes sweet, so now she's constantly trying to get a snack of it. Do you mind? Why are you eating my hair? And my clothes? Daisy. No. This girl still needs a home, by the way. This one. So if anybody lives in the Cincinnati area, she needs a home. She's very sweet. Good dairy lines. But she needs a home. It's my love. Oh, say hello. Say hello, don't eat it. Oh, hello. Hello, both of you. Hey, sweet girl. Mwah. I love her so much. She's my sweet girl. You're so sweet, aren't you? Hey, Bucky. He needs a home too. This one right here. Sweet Bucky. Oh. He's really tiny and petite. He's like snuggle size. Perfect pet. Hello. How are you? Hello. It's gotten warmer this week. It's the mud pits. I actually got over 60 one day. It was lovely. But now all the snow's melted and the entire yard is turned to mud. And it stinks really bad. Yeah, yard's all swampy, which the ducks are loving, but I'm always afraid I might lose my boot walking back and forth to the barn. That 60-some degree day did put a halt on these, the maple taps, and I was a little worried there for a bit that they were just going to be done completely for the season because of that. But the ones behind the barn at least have started flowing again a little bit, so that's good. I'm going to go check these, see if they are flowing. They may not flow as well anymore, but hopefully they'll still flow some so we can get a little bit more syrup for the year. I think we figured we have about a dozen little jars so far, so that's pretty good. We cooked down about 25 gallons of sap. Oh yeah, this one's flowing pretty good right here. That's good. Awesome. So yeah, hopefully these are getting going again so we can... Yep, that one's flowing. Not quite as fast as the other, but still flowing. Because yeah, I was looking at online this morning, wondering like, okay, are these gonna start up again? So that was a couple days ago and I hadn't seen any flow from them again. And it has been getting below freezing at night, so I had hoped that that would kick it up again, but it hadn't yet. And when I was Googling, yeah, it said if it's in the 40s and 50s for too many days in a row, you know, above freezing. If it's above freezing for too many days in a row, then it'll probably be done for the season. And these are all flowing. And if it gets over 60, then the tree will basically heal up those holes that you drilled and you're done. So, and you probably cannot drill again just for the sake of making sure the tree stays healthy. So it did say to, you know, wait and see. If it gets cold again, it might start up again, not as strong, but still get some. And that looks like what these are doing. So very glad. This is just, I don't know if you can see all this mud here and that puddle there and the pond. It's just yucky back here, and our septic doesn't like it either. So every winter there are a lot of prayers going up for that septic tank. Just when it gets this wet and there's this much water in the yard, it like backs up into the leach lines, and yeah, that's not pretty. So yeah, but it is a lovely day. Thoroughly enjoying this warm afternoons and sunshine. Sunshine makes me happy. You're comfortable in there, Hazel. That did not look very comfortable. Is that box too small for you? You see she has an S box in there. She is due with babies this weekend. Lord willing. We'll see what happens this time. I went ahead, you can see there's already some fur and stuff in there. I saved her fur from the last time and I left it in the box with some extra bedding for her. So hopefully we won't have any issues with being cold at least. And she's been sitting in this one instead of that one. So hopefully she won't sit on it this time. She's always been a good mother for the other owner. So that was just kind of a weird fluke thing because she is an experienced mom. So I don't know why she had that issue. I don't know what the deal was. And with warm weather and the chickens coming out again, I have one that keeps laying underneath the rabbit pen, which is great. You know, rabbit berries for nesting. That's awesome. Nice and dirty. But yeah, I don't know if you can see all 3 of these. The screen underneath has broken now. So that didn't hold up as well as I had hoped. I'm sure part of it is because children didn't clean it every day like they were supposed to, and it got too heavy. But I do have some plans for redoing that a little more sturdier over the summer, so hopefully it won't be an issue anymore. We'll see if we get to that. These guys have been doing great. We've lost a couple over the winter, but hey guys, how are ya? Hello, quail. Hello. They have been laying really, really well. I got some super cheap little fairy twinkle lights. Put them in here. They're like solar powered. They just have this like teeny tiny little solar panel right here, but that seemed to have been enough to keep these guys really happy because they've been really, really good this year. Last year they did not lay at all winter long. This year they're laying really well. Not so much the chickens and the ducks since we got all that snow, but the quail are doing good. Well, I thought these trees were going to stop flowing after that really warm day, but we got some back to the 30s, back to the freezing temperatures after that, and they started flowing really good actually. It was just over freezing all last week, so I didn't check the taps at all, just assuming, it would probably flow really slow because it was so cold and everything. And after not checking it all during the week, I went out, I think on Friday, and checked it. And some of those buckets were full, to the top full. Now, it did rain during the week, so I thought, well, is it rain and melted snow in those buckets? Because, they're, the hole where you put the tube in is not watertight. Some rain and stuff could get in there. But, yeah, I cooked it down and actually got more syrup out of those buckets than I had the previous ones. So it was definitely sap, and it had a lot of sugar content in it. So that was pretty good. And as you can see, we're back to snow, lots of snow, and it's actually not supposed to break 30 all week. So it's been snowing just about every day, and in the 20s today has only been in the teens. So very, very cold. But I just went out and checked. The buckets are completely frozen, but they're also very full. So it still has been flowing and filling up. I can't collect it until it gets a little warmer and thaws out a bit. But once it does, I will definitely have more to cook down, which I'm very excited about. And I think that's all for now.